Well, the top shot streets are a dangerous place, so you better tune in to a credible face like this one. Yeah, this one. And you know he's not alone, and they're coming in hot. We got a Lake so Stan and a guy who really likes baseball. I don't know why he likes baseball.
Good morning. Happy Memorial Day to those who celebrate, and shout out to all of those who've served. This day's for you. And all we can do is say thank you. So thank you. Honestly, guys, that's probably, you can tell I'm tired right now, right? That was a piss poor job of saying thank you. We're tired, but we're here because no days off except this, guys. Let's be honest. If the Heat won this one last night, I don't know if we'd be here today, but they didn't win. So we'll never know. And we can't live in that alternate timeline because this is the timeline we're in. Let's see who's here this morning. Luis, happy hangover morning to all. For real. Mac Attack Pack Trip. Kevin Forge in the house. Jevla. Ryan B's here. ATC. DJ Local. Doc Delta. Thank you, Doc Delta. Chico's here. Garen's here. F and Nico. Stephon Champion. Big G Weston. Doc. Sneeps. What's up, Sneeps? Vincent Valdez is here. 69er. Sandra Charmy. Bogdan is here. Good morning. Carlo Newswami. Anthony Reagan. Will, I see you. Orion. Who else? T. Adams, big ticket. Jared Magnuson, the Zavala Balla, big giveaway winner last night, which just reminded me I still need to get my man Ryan Zag something. Jared Magnuson, Daniels here, Ramos, D-Dog. Good to see everybody. Vincent, good to see you. Yeah, I like the stream, do all the things. So finals are set, right? Finals are set. This is going to be Milo. Hello, good morning. This is going to be an abbreviated show. We're not going to go the full hour today. But we needed to at least get some thoughts out about last night's game, the upcoming finals. We'll have plenty of time to talk about the matchup, but we got to do that. Brenton says it's Monday. You're absolutely right, Brenton. It is Monday. Although if you are, Brenton, where are you at? Are you in the United States? Wi-Fi down bad. Wi-Fi's not working on a holiday, you know what I'm saying? And I can see myself frozen. All right, I think I'm back. Oh, I can tell I'm in congested. This is going to be a fun show, guys. This is going to be a fun show. But yeah, I wanted to talk about last night's game, the matchup, and then we have to, we're going to talk a little bit about this upcoming week. And I wanted to chat a little bit about the WNBA drop that we had on Friday. I know I mentioned a little bit during our happy hour stream. And if you joined us last night on Playback, I talked about it there as well with Mike Weisberg. And listen, shout out to everybody that came to our Playback stream last night. If you guys have not messed with Playback yet, you can see in our show notes, I have the link there where you can join the room. And that way you get like a little ping every time we go live. The plan is, I think we're going to stream game 1 of the finals. Game 2, I'm going to be at my bachelor party, so I won't be doing that. But we're going to try to stream a couple of games during the finals. And then as we move into the offseason, we're going to find some other fun ways to engage with the platform. Like Greg's going to do some baseball. When football season comes out, we're going to have some, I think, a red zone stream. John Jackson's going to come on. We're going to do some fantasy football stuff. And then, I don't know, we might even do like movie nights and shit like that. So, and if you already have like cable or Hulu or NBA League Pass or anything like that, you already have access to it. You just have to like sync your account. So jump into the Playback because we were really having a good time with that. I'm really excited to do like a weekly thing with that next year when the NBA starts. And I know Kevin and Kelsey, I believe, are going to be streaming on Tuesday night for a W game. So we've got that going for us as well. So there's a lot of ways to engage with that. So check that link out just so you have it, just so you're in there. And again, it's free, baby. It's free. And let's do all of our sponsors right there. Underdog Fantasy, promo code HOLD. Get in there for your best ball, your pick'em needs. And then what else do we have? We got Flowlio for your NFT portfolio management, fair market value, all of that fun stuff. Get in there. The browser extension is dope. And then our boys over at Own the Moment. Shout out OTM for all of our Top Shot and NFL All Day needs. There we go. We got that out. I just need to do that now because I feel like this show is going to be a little off the rails for 30 minutes. Preview of all the rookies to go after on Top Shot for a show. Wait, what do you mean? Oh, yeah, do like a rookie preview? Yeah, don't you worry. We got plenty of off-season content coming up for you. We'll have some rookie stuff. I did this last year where I did like my top 5 off-season buys, and I think they probably were all whiffs. So we'll do it again, and then you guys can just not follow that advice. I think that's the plan. But all right, that's 7 minutes now. We need to talk about last night's game. Let's get a coffee sip in here. I had a little fun on Twitter after the game just because this is the difference between. And no, I shouldn't even say that because Miami has won championships. Celtics fans are just as annoying as any other fan base, arguably more annoying. All right. Like I will concede that fact right away. And maybe it's just the people I follow and what was in my algorithm. But I felt like every time a Celtics game won in this series, it was just like good W. A lot of that. There wasn't anything like, oh, that's a wrap. Where are all your takes now? There wasn't a lot of that. But every time the Heat won, there was this like crazy. I don't know if it's the Heat culture of the team is different from the Heat culture of the fandom. There's a lot of like circling the wagons, victory laps, like early, right? You got to win the series first. So anyways, Celtics won last night while also almost blowing it. They made it scary as hell. They pretty much in control. Honestly, the last 3 minutes of the game and game 7 in general was kind of a good, not case study, but like a good small sample example of what this entire series was, where it felt like the Celtics were in charge for most of the game. And then all of a sudden the Heat might win the series, right? Like that was kind of what we saw. Like it was clear to me anyways, that the Celtics were a better team and that the Heat were a tough team. And the Celtics were in control the whole time. And then all of a sudden, they were like right in there. Sorry, hearing some noise. All of a sudden, they were back into the game. Yeah, Top Shot Life is saying Marcus Smart almost blew it. Marcus took a lot of shots there down the stretch. He took a lot of shots. I will say, though, the Heat were doubling Tatum and Brown, and were kind of it was putting the ball in other people's hands to make a play. And listen, I want to dunk on Marcus like everybody else, but Marcus did make enough plays to win the game. Hit 2 clutch free throws down the stretch there that kind of sealed the deal. But before we give the Celtics all the flowers in the world, Zavala Ball saying Marcus taking the last 5 shots. Do you know Marcus took the most field goals for the Celtics last night? Crazy. That's crazy stuff. But before we go full Celtics parade, let's get into the finals, all of that stuff. Some love for Miami, man, because not even the whole team. I mean, Max Strus hit a big ass 3 there down the stretch. But Jimmy Butler, was it 82 points in the last 2 games? He had 4 different 40-point games in this playoffs. A beast, man. Jimmy Butler was a beast in this playoffs, and he showed up. Like, so there's, say what you want about Jimmy. Maybe his coffee's too expensive, but he does not mess around in the playoffs. And I like single-handedly almost willed them into a victory. A lot of takes. This is the what I want to get from the chat before we move on. Hold on, I'm gonna do a drop because I am congested as hell. We need to get some boogies out of this nose. So let's get probably for the last time this year. So I thought the last sequence was pretty interesting. After, what was it? The Celtics, the Heat hit the 3. Celtics missed something down on the other end. It was probably a Marcus Smart shot. Jimmy gets the ball in transition. It's basically like a 3-on-3, I think, but he's got a clear lane to Al Horford in the hoop. And he pulls up with, I think, 14 seconds left to take a go-ahead 3-pointer. A wide open look. So we should say that. what are people's thoughts on that? Like, so he had two options, right? Essentially two options: to take that three or to drive to the hoop against Al Horford. So I'd be curious what the chat thinks, but I had two thoughts which are conflicting. I mean, the three is wide open. Like I know he's not a great 3-point shooter, but he seems to be a man of the moment. We've seen him hit clutch shot after clutch shot, especially after everything he did in game 6. You know, he can hit a three, right? Um, I think he could do that. I think he could hit that three. The other thing though, man, the thing that Jimmy does the best is create contact and finish. And I know Al Horford is a long defender. I know Jimmy struggles a little bit when he's guarded by length like that, but I don't know. I don't know. I had mixed feelings. I'll say two things. I was glad he took the three. I'm more scared of the three than him taking it to the hoop. I'm glad he took the three. Um, I also simultaneously thought the three was going in. So I don't know what that tells you. I don't know what that tells you. But there you go. Wait, what did Veronica say? Veronica said, "Congrats on the win. Since I lost our bet, I sent you a Lowry moment to give away. Best of luck. Go Warriors." Breaking news. As Lowry's moment came into my collection, he fell down. We'll give that Lowry away today. Also, shout out our man Stan Loves, who's sending over to Caleb Martin since he lost his bet. We'll give the Lowry moment away. And you know what? We'll get that cooking right now. Let me fire up the old giveaway machine. You guys know the drill by now. You need to like the stream. You need to subscribe. And in the honor of no dunks, you got to put hashtag Beantown Boys into the chat. Hashtag Beantown Boys. So there you go. Like the stream, subscribe. Hashtag Beantown Boys. That's how we'll get this thing cooking. Yeah, a lot of people say, yeah, Al led the series in blocks. So he was scared of that. He's been jacking up so many more threes since the knee injury. I think it's just fatigue. A lot of people saying he was tired going for the W there. That's fair. All fair. Yeah. And I'm not here to criticize the play. Like, I think I was just trying to think what I thought was the best move there, right? Because I feel like if you listen to podcasts today or tomorrow, whenever, I guess it's the holiday, so maybe people are taking the day off. When you listen to podcasts this week, there's going to be at least a segment in every single one, from the Hoop Collective to the Ringer to the Bill Simmons podcast to anything on the Athletic. I think there's going to be a segment that's going to be like, does Jimmy take the three there, or should he drive? You know. So I just kind of wanted to get out ahead of it. You know what I'm saying? Get out ahead of it. Yeah, I was glad he took the three and thought it was going in, which is a weird place to be, but that's where I was. Man, guys, I didn't know until I started talking. I didn't know I was congested as hell, but your boy is congested as hell. Here we go. What are we at now? So 44 entries. Just a reminder, like the stream, subscribe. Hashtag Beantown Boys. So we get Celtics-Warriors. Game 1 is on Thursday. I think it goes Thursday, Sunday, Wednesday. So I was looking at the lines today. It seems that I believe the Warriors are minus 150. The Celtics are plus 130. So clearly Vegas and the world has the Warriors as the favorite for this. I think this is going to be a great series. We talked a little bit about it last night with Steve and Mike. I don't know. I mean, I think I'm in the minority now, and I'm surprised by that. I actually thought I thought the Celtics were going to be considered slight favorites. I know the Warriors have a better record; they have home court, so that's probably leaning it that way. I know there's a lot like they're like, yeah, the Celtics D is pretty legit, but have you seen the Warriors motion offense? And yeah, I have. And everybody, like, I was listening. Who was I listening to last night? Somebody was like, yeah, this is the best the Warriors have been playing. I disagree. I don't see that. I don't see this like tour de force Warriors team. Unless, you know what? The other thing we could say, Tom says, "Where's my Warriors apology?" Seriously, it's a tough matchup for the Warriors because size matters. Yeah. Listen, I already apologized. I'm not going to do it every show. I already apologized. The Warriors are legit. They're in the finals. Yeah, I don't know. If the Warriors go through and win this championship, I think the only thing I think my takeaway will be, wow, maybe I underestimated how good the Grizzlies and Mavericks were. Because maybe it's like, I don't know. I just feel like I haven't seen them. I just haven't seen them look awesome yet. But that's just me. That's just me. Celtics the only team with a winning record against the Warriors since 2014. Yeah, I saw that they're like 9-7 against the Warriors since Steve Kerr took over as coach. It's so funny because I think that stat means absolutely nothing, but it is. There we go. It is interesting. Jump Shoot says Warriors have 132 finals game experience. Celtics 0. Yeah, that was that stat was pretty nuts when they pulled that up last night. Combined, they have 132. Yeah, Tom says Horford got or somebody else might have said it because he's saying my bad. Yeah, Horford got a big bonus for those rebounds last night, getting us to the finals. I think he gets another bonus if they win the chip too. So he's making some dollars. Shout out Al Horford, very excited. But anyways, back to the matchup. We'll talk about it all week, but I'm this feels like a 6 or 7 game series. The Warriors are going to have so much rest, right? So they had 6 days in between their last game and Thursday's game. They're at home. They haven't needed to travel, right? Because they closed it out at home. So they just don't travel. And like I said, they play Thursday, then they play Sunday. And the Boston game in Boston isn't until the following Wednesday. So they're going to be home for like 10 or 11 days or whatever it is. They're going to be well rested. They're relatively healthy. It sounds like Gary Payton's going to be back. I don't know if Otto Porter Jr. is going to be back. Andre Iguodala is still up in the air, I believe. So they're going to be relatively healthy. And the Celtics, who knows, man? One of the things, like Robert Williams was fine last night. You know, he's clearly still a little dinged up. But something that stood out to me after the game, they went into the Celtics locker room and they're listening to Ime Udoka talk and kind of like give flowers all over the place, right? And he said something, right, where he was like, shout out to Marcus for the big free throws. And then he said, and Robert playing through pain, and which whatever. Like, I think everybody's playing through pain. But what was surprising to me is the whole locker room cheered. Like everybody, like they didn't clap for Marcus. Everybody clapped. And then he said something else about somebody else being digged up and nobody clapped for that one. That made me think Robert Williams is pretty hurt. And that he was playing through like some serious pain and like really gutting it out. So that makes me a little nervous for the finals. We need another drop. I'm sorry. We do need another drop because I'm just so freaking congested. This is crazy. Regulator saying, will the Warriors play Robert? I'm assuming you're talking about Robert and not Grant, right? I actually don't think so. One of the issues the Warriors do run into is with size. We saw it when Memphis actually went big. Steven Adams gave him quite a bit of problems, which is crazy because I don't think Steven Adams gave anybody problems this year. And he really did. Steven Adams gave him a little bit of issue. I think the size is kind of tough. And Robert Williams is someone who can like switch onto smaller guys and hold his own. I don't know. I don't know if he's going to get played off the court, but I think that's going to be an interesting matchup, right? Like, again, it's an incredible offense versus an incredible defense and who's going to win out there. I do think this is going to be an opportunity. Like the way the Heat played defense against Tatum, I don't know if the Warriors can bring that same energy. I know they're going to put Wiggins on him probably, and we saw Wiggins defend Luka. And I know it was funny. I saw everybody being like, "Yeah, the Warriors did a great job with Luka." I think Luka averaged like 36 in the Western Conference Finals. But anyways, I think this it's going to be a little bit easier for Tatum to get into rhythm in this. But yeah, it's going to be, can the defense hang on with the offense, right? Like, or they throw Marcus Smart on Steph, slow him down. It means Clay, Wiggins, and some other guys are going to have to like really come through. So. I don't know. I'm super pumped for the finals. Obviously, I mean, I would have been excited anyways. I love basketball. But I can't believe again, to revisit my takes from January and December and then see the Celtics in the finals is insane because they were so bad. And like, what an incredible turnaround. David said, didn't the Celtics put up the most threes in one of the playoff games? Yeah, they shot like, I don't know. They hit like 30 or something one game. Or didn't they like take 50? I can't remember which game it was, but yeah. Yeah, they do shoot threes. But they played 2 teams in a row that tell you to shoot threes. Like Milwaukee wants you to shoot threes. Miami wants you to shoot threes. Fun stat, speaking of those two teams last night, that I'm not the first one to bring this up, obviously, but that the Celtics went through the three teams that have knocked them out of the playoffs the last 3 years, right? So that's pretty dope to go through Miami in order, right? Miami, not in order, but Miami, Milwaukee, Brooklyn, which is pretty cool. So again, the storyline is going to be great. You get the Celtics going for a franchise record-setting championship. You've got the Warriors and Steph Curry going to their 6th finals in 8 years. This is Steph's best chance at a Finals MVP. Which, if they're going to win, I hope that's what he gets, because I want Steph. I mean, Steph doesn't need to cement his legacy. He's Steph Curry, right? But I do think people don't give him enough praise. He should get more love, I think, as one of like the all-time greats. And he wins this. I mean, he's probably already going down as a top 10 player, and he's still got plenty of time to age gracefully into the sunset, right? I think he's still clearly at the peak of his powers right now. And yeah, so going to be a lot of fun storylines. You get Tatum and Brown, the young guns who couldn't play together. You're going to trade them, go into their finals. Is this the breakthrough time? It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. All right, let's get another drop going, and we'll pivot into some more stuff. Let's see, what do we got? Let's do a little big ticket as we check in the OTM and the marketplace.
We are from city and on Vegas. Big step, gonna flip $1 here, $1 there, $1 here, $1 there, $1 there, $1 here, $1 there.
All right, here we go. Hashtag Beantown Boys. Just a reminder, like the stream, subscribe to Team Hold, hashtag Beantown Boys. We got a Peyton Pritchard 60K we're giving away. There might be one other thing. I can't remember. And then again, shout out to everybody. Look at us, up to 159 members over in the Playback. Yeah, if you haven't joined the Playback yet, recommend getting in there. There's a link in our show notes to get in, and we'll do that. All right, let's just look at the market quickly. I wanted to see if anything popped with last night's stuff. So we're over here at OTM. We got some challenges about to go live. Nothing really moved from what I saw. Nothing really moved, which again bums me out. I would like to see that, like, oh my God, finals. We need to move. You know what I'm saying? And that didn't happen. So that bums me out a little bit. Before we do that, actually, can we? I was going to end with this, so let's talk about it now. So we had the run it back drop on Friday, right? There we go. Garen's asking if we're getting WNBA run it back and archive challenges today. Yeah, I would either today or tomorrow would be my guess. I wanted to talk about the WNBA drop for a second. So it happened on Friday, and let's start with the positives, right? The positives we had. Let's take a look over here at the marketplace, and then we'll sort by the run it back. And we'll start with the positives. So far for me, this is what I'm loving. This is what I'm digging about it, right? Series 4. Here we go. Run it back 2008. I think they did a good job picking of the year. These thumbnails are great. I'm a big fan of the thumbnails and the pack art. I love that there was only 7 players, right? So no matter who you got, no matter who you got solid players, right? So Sophia Young-Malcolm, Sue Bird, Sylvie Foles, Katie Smith, Lisa Leslie, Becky Hammond, and Deanna Nolan. All great calls, right? Like, so to give them some love here, I think the mint size was right out of 600. I like that they brought it down a little bit from what we've seen in the past with run it back. I like that there was only 7 of them. It seemed like it was hard to get these, and I thought all positive stuff. And I do think the pack art looks pretty sick. One of the things that has been bugging me about this, and I spend a little bit of time talking about it in the Discord over the weekend. This is the first drop of Series 4, right? This set kicked off Series 4. And I don't understand why we had so much little hype around it. We didn't know. I think there were many people. So, right, there were 2 queues for the run it back. You had the priority queue and the general queue. Now, the second that ended, an archive drop happened. I don't know how many people knew an archive drop was happening. Now, you could blame people for not reading the fine print and stuff like that, but there were multiple people while we were streaming, and again, maybe the only people streaming during the WNBA drop, which is another thing we'll talk about, learning about the archive drop for the very first time. And I don't know. I don't know if they bit off too much that they could chew last week, because there's a lot of announcements as people kept telling us on Twitter, like, look at all these announcements coming on. And I don't know. I feel like you needed to be ready to promote this thing, right? And so I wanted to look at the WNBA Top Shot Twitter feed for a second. And let's go back to I want to go back to when the drop happened. Ready? So let's scroll down. And this is what we got from WNBA Top Shot. So the drop happened on the 27th, right? This is the hype we had. This is the hype we had. Hey, missed out. All right, actually, let me scroll down a little bit further. Let me scroll down a little bit further. All right, here we go. No, this is airdrops coming. So nothing yet. Lisa Leslie. So we got Lisa Leslie tweeting. Then we've got, it's about that time to get in the pack drop. There you go. Okay. Now we're just retweeting people who hit stuff. And then they're like, hey, general queue's open. Now we're retweeting people who hit stuff. And then where's the last one? It's saying sold out. That's it. That's it. Nobody's streaming it. The only thing that we saw, all right, regular stated every time you visited the Top Shot site, the WNBA banner is everywhere. I know, but do you think Superluminal's blaming the NBA? No, I don't think so, man. I like, that's fine if you don't care. And it's not about you caring, Superluminal. Like, no disrespect. I don't care if you care. That doesn't matter to me. This was the first drop of Series 4. Nobody was streaming. There was nobody in the queue. The only thing that we saw was Lisa Leslie's tweet being like, hey, use my referral code, sign up for WNBA Top Shot. I don't know. I thought the company would be excited about the first drop. You know? Like, don't you? Yeah, same thing. Same thing that people not knowing that that was coming. And yeah, there were what? 3,500 packs, 3,500 run backpacks, right? 2,500 and in the priority queue and 1,000 in the general queue. And those things sold out immediately. Right? So, and this isn't about, let me be clear, right? This isn't about how much they cost. This isn't about like how the moments are doing in the marketplace. This isn't about like supply scarcity or anything. This is about being proud and being proud in your work, being proactive in your excitement. And I just don't give me the lip service of like, we care about this, and then we get nothing. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's just weird. It's just weird to say I don't know. Hold on, I need more coffee. It's just, listen, don't tell me you care, and then oh yeah, this was the other point. Sorry, I had this too. This was written down. I forgot about this. Yeah, and this is, this isn't just WNBA, so Superluminal, you can listen up because we're not talking about the W here. Wink. Yeah, get the moments out earlier, guys. We shouldn't be finding out by live token. Like, I would just. This goes back to my Summer League take as well. And we brought this up before, so let's do it again together, okay? Let's do it again together. How would you guys be engaging with the Top Shot platform if you were not a part of smaller communities that are not hired by Top Shot? Right? What would your engagement level be if you weren't involved in Team Hold, in Top Shot Talks community, in Show Me the Data? Who else am I missing? Fleo, whoever. How would you be engaging in the platform? Yeah, I'll wait. I'm seeing 0 so far. Very, very minimal engagement, right? So if that is, I think Top Shot needs to look themselves in the mirror and being like, okay, what are we doing for the community besides having them buy stuff? Because if we are the ones bringing that type of engagement, and I'm not saying this is not a pat on the back either. This isn't like, and I know I've hosted streams, right? So people are like, Mike, you're just pumping your own bags here. I don't think, Watch Her Work. Have Watch Her Work stream the pod. There's plenty of former players that would love to be engaged in this because we've already seen that, right? We saw someone from Top Shot tweet out a photo with other WNBA players being like, this time it's serious, or whatever the promotional thing was. And then you have nothing for the drop. I'm just saying. Just get involved. Get hyped about it. Like, hype up your own project. Don't rely on us to do it. And we know that I'm going to keep doing it, right? We know I'm going to keep doing it because I can't even say like I'm going to take the month off and then good luck to you. Like, of course that's not going to happen. But it's the same thing with Summer League, man. It's the same thing with Summer League. Like they should have told the content creators months in advance when the dates are going to be so that we can hype it up within our own communities, which then brings people out there. And then we make content around that. So whether you're at Summer League or not, we're building up hype for your project just by having us out there. But instead, in a time where like the market, both in crypto, but also in Top Shot, is super down, you're just like finding other ways for your most loyal customers, your most loyal community members to just fire more money out, right? I don't know. I just don't get it. I don't get it. And maybe it is. Maybe it's because there was a leadership change and infrastructure's moving around a little bit. And that's, they're like figuring it out. Maybe it's because they had too many announcements in 1 week and they weren't able to stay on top of it. But I know, because I've had conversations with them about streaming, that there are people there with really good ideas around streaming, around doing like creating other ways to get involved, right? Our only engagement with Top Shot shouldn't be liking and retweeting tweets for a chance at winning a pack, buying packs, and selling moments. There should be other ways to engage with the platform. And it shouldn't be on other people to do that. You've hired community people, right? You've hired community people. Anyways, there we go. I think I just need to get that out. Garen says this Vegas convention needs to be huge. Reward collectors making the trip, drive FOMO for people not there. Yeah, I agree. I mean, that's what happened last year too. Just get that information out sooner, man, so we're not spending at minimum $1,000 to get there, But I wanted to start with that segment with some positive stuff, because this isn't about the moments and how expensive they are. It's not about like the scarcity. It's not about any of that. But just take pride in your work and pretend like you care, pretend like you care. Superluminal says, yeah, but it's a thin line between building hype for niche stuff and shoving it down the throat of non-fans. I would like to see more separation between the projects, then they can hype it to the moon. But Superluminal, right? This is for you specifically, right? So you're only, and this isn't me coming at you, so don't take it like this, right? But you're saying because you don't care about that thing, they shouldn't hype that thing, that there should be some separation for that. And I disagree with that. Right? Because there's already people right now, that are saying the Magic Johnson drop is too expensive, right? So do you think they shouldn't hype that because some people don't think that they think that's too expensive, that drop's not for them? And I do think, and you said maybe you're just not seeing enough fandom. I do think you're wrong here, Superluminal. I do think you're wrong. I appreciate the take though. That is not, I don't want you to think that's me coming at you. I just think you're wrong. I think you're wrong. But in like a nice way, you know what I'm saying? That's the problem. Maybe the communication leg isn't as hyped as the W team. Management issues. Maybe. Anyways, let's go take a look at, we can keep talking about this as well. And again, that's not me trying to go full FUD. Again, super excited. I just want them to be excited. There we go. Summer. I actually disagree with this too. I mean, I get what you're saying, right? Give WNBA their own platform like UFC and AD. I don't know. I kind of like them being on the same platform, but that's just me. All right, let's go over. I wanted to check. I know Patrick was like, hey, was there any movement on the Eastern Conference Finals stuff? Let me check that out. Because I didn't, that is the one thing I didn't look at, and that would have made sense, right? So let's look at the Eastern Conference Finals set from Series 1. And let's see what it looks like, right? Let's see what it looks like. Here we go. Heatspeed says Celtics creating new trophies. LOL. Heatspeed, they did this. They did this for the Western Conference as well, right? They did that for the Western Conference. They announced this a couple weeks ago. They did the Magic Johnson and the Larry Bird. I also think it's ridiculous, but it wasn't the Celtics who created that. I hope you know that. All right. Why didn't it? I tried to see the Eastern Conference. Why did it do that? All right, here we go. It did go up 0.3% in the last 24 hours. Let's see if there was like one specific moment. So there's a total of 10 of those moments, right? And it looked like Jaylen Brown was the only one that jumped. It's at 450. What's so interesting about this set, I've been around long enough to remember when they burn these moments, right? These are supposed to be out of 999, but in actuality, they're really only out of like 400, right? Because a lot of those were burned. A lot of those were burned. Yeah, I agree with you though. The Western Conference Finals and the Eastern Conference Final thing is like ridiculous. I don't think we need MVPs for that. But that's just me. So there we go. Is there and then there were 4 series 3 set? Yeah, Tom. So that's coming out soon. And then there were 4. I imagine we get the next playoff drop and then there were 4 drop within the next week or two. I hope it's this week. It would be nice for them to get the and then there were 4 out before the finals started, but I'm not going to hold my breath. But I imagine we get like the Wiggins dunk, right? The Wiggins dunk's going to be in there. We'll probably get a moment, maybe that a Jimmy Butler 3 or that like little fall away jumper, or maybe honestly, I bet there's Jimmy Butler had so many steals that he took to the house in that series. I bet we get a Jimmy Butler moment. I'm sure we'll get maybe a Time Lord block, some of that. So that should be coming soon. I think that's going to be coming soon. I also, while we're here, let's go look at the challenges. I'm not going to go to OTMs for this because the challenges with their new rules don't go live for a little bit, but they did update it. So we've got, this is the playoffs, right? The playoffs flash challenge that we're going to get. And they updated the moment, so we know what we need. We'll need a Jaylen 3. No, I'm sorry, just a Jaylen Brown. A Klay Thompson these are all for threes, right? A Jimmy Buckets, a Jason Tatum, another Jason Tatum for rebounds, Kevon Looney. You'll need another Jimmy Butler. So 2 Jimmys, 2 Tatums, and Al Horford. And then you need a playoff reward from 2022, a Celtics playoff reward from 2022, a Golden State playoff reward from 2022, and then a Mavs one for 2022. So you'll need all those. I thought there was maybe I'm thinking of another one. So that's the Inside Out challenge, and that's going to go live in a little bit. That's going to go live in a little bit. Let's keep moving because there was another one I wanted to take a look at. Oh, shout out to the community too that helped me complete the All NBA team. I'm excited about that. Did I just look at Inside Out? I just looked at Inside Out. There was an In the Air, which is a W challenge, and so for this one, we'll need a Kelsey Mitchell, a Natasha Howard, a Kelsey Plum, DeWanna Bonner, Jewel Lloyd, Erica Wheeler, and Katie Lou Samuelson. So one of the nice things about this is you don't need 2 of the same moments. So this one should be a little bit more affordable. I think the last 2 challenges we've had, we've need like 2 Jonquel Jones or 2 Breanna Stewarts. And so if you are someone who completed the best of the best of 2021 set, you're in good shape. And then the last thing I wanted to check was we get the Celtics one, the Celtics Heat playoff challenge. And this is for another playoff pack, right? So here we go. Down below, you're going to need an Al Horford, Bobby Williams, Derek White, Tatum, and Bam Adebayo. So the top 5 in blocks. And then you need Bam Adebayo 2022 playoffs round 2 or Heat playoff challenge reward. Same thing for Max Strus, for Tatum, for Giannis, Jaylen Brown, Drew Holiday, Joel Embiid. Ooh, I just sold my Drew Holiday as well. Dang, bro. James Harden, Miami, and then you'll need a Miami Heat. And then a couple, and then there were 4 moments or playoff series too. So that's going to go live soon as well. So that's good stuff. Good stuff over there. Anyways, those are like the main things I wanted to cover, though. I'll hang around for a few more minutes if you guys have other stuff you'd like to talk about before I wrap up, and we can enjoy the rest of our long weekend for those in the U.S. that have it. I have to go get fitted for a suit, actually. That's what I'm doing in a couple hours. Which is kind of tough because it's going to be like 80-something today, so tank top season. For shows this week, though, so we'll still have the morning marketplace Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. Eastern, so we'll do that the entire week. Watch Her Work, again, is going to be streaming on Playback. I'm sure you'll be able to catch them on YouTube right before the game starts, and they'll send you over to Playback to watch the W, so that'll be exciting. On Thursday, I don't know. I'm imagining instead of Shot Tank, we're probably going to go over to Playback and stream game 1. And then Friday, there will be no happy hour on Friday, though. I will say that. No happy hour show this Friday. Maybe we do it on Thursday instead. But on Friday, we are going over to I got my bachelor party. So I got to get out of here, boys. I got to get out of here. Yeah, the pool party. The pool party or the splash. I forget what the other thing was. DC1 says, Mike, come to Boston for game 6. Listen, if Top Shot sends me, I'll go. I don't think I'm at a place in my life right now where I'm buying finals tickets as much as I would like to go, you know? Devlar asked, what am I gambling on these days without hoops? I still play some fantasy baseball. So we won a little bit of money yesterday playing some stacking the Red Sox with the Minnesota Twins and Dylan Cease as our pitcher. So there we go. We're still doing that. Yeah, so we'll do some baseball, some weird prop bets, stuff like that. Yeah, Marcus Smart killed a lot of parlays last night. What else you got? Boston ball handling is going to be an issue for them. Yeah, but I mean, I think there's no way it's more of an issue, Tom, than it was in this previous series. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's never going to be worse than it was against the Heat, because the way the Heat plays D, like if you put Gary Payton the third on Marcus Smart, who's arguably the only person that can dribble, he's really your only guard, ball handling pressure guy. You know, like Steph Curry's not going to be that guy. Klay Thompson maybe was once that guy, is not that guy right now. I mean, he's still battling back from those catastrophic injuries, right? So I don't think it's gonna. I don't think it's gonna be as big of a problem as it was in this past series. But you're right, they do suck at dribbling. There we go, right there. Dubs in 7, but a close series. Yeah, I think I'm gonna lean towards Celtics in 6. That's where I'm gonna go. But you guys know I'm super biased. I am surprised though how favored the Warriors are. I'm kind of surprised by that, but I think we're gonna see, like, similar to what we saw in Game 7. I think we see an ugly Game 1, and then we get into the series. But if the Celtics steal one of the first two, it's over. Steve Baller's blockchain. He came on the Playback stream last night for the last like half hour or something, and he said that the Warriors are really hard to chase down. So the Celtics basically need to steal either Game 1 or Game 2. But if you get down 2-0, they're hard to catch. And I was like, that's a great take. I love that take by Steve. Tom asked if Tatum's my finals MVP pick. You know what? I think it was Weisberg last night who said Wiggins is an interesting one, right? So say Marcus Smart shuts down Steph, and that means someone else needs to cook. And if Wiggins say he averages like 19 and 10 plus defending Tatum and slowing Tatum down, I kind of like that. Take if you're picking the Warriors. But my thing is, though, I think the Celtics are a little bit better, and I think the only way they win is if they get a few nuclear games from Steph. Like, I think Steph needs to go off. And if that happens, obviously, like if you get Steph in the 30s 3 or 4 times, Warriors are going to win. But Iggy gets a second. Good God. Can you imagine? Celtics have 5 players that can check Draymond. It's inevitable that he'll be thrown out of a game. Yeah, Grant Williams is annoying as hell, right? So I can see it. Top Shot Lifer saying Clay finals MVP, which would be a great story. Same thing for Devlar. Yeah. I mean, again, if Marcus Smart can shut down Steph, and that means other shooters need to get it done, and Clay has a couple games in the 30s, who knows? But I think it's going to come down to health, man. Time Lord, Al, Marcus Smart, they all need to be healthy. That's the only way they have a real shot. But all right, gang, we're going to call it there. I want everybody to go enjoy the rest of their day. Thank you for tuning in. Go Celtics. If you're not, all of our information is in the show notes this morning. So make sure you come over to Playback. Just get your account set up so the next time we stream, it's easy. I got to give something away. Oh my God. But yeah, join the Discord, do all the things. We have, what are we giving away? What do we have here? Peyton Pritchard, 60K moment that was donated. So shout out to the hashtag community. All you need to do is like the stream, subscribe, and put hashtag Beantown Boys into the chat. We'll give this thing away, and then we'll get out of here. Oh, I can tell it's going to be a hot one today. It's already getting a little sweaty up in this room. A little sweaty. All right, 67 inches. I'll wait like another minute or two, and then we'll give this thing away. Give it away now. And if you win, shoot me a DM either on Twitter or in our Discord, and I'll get that to you. Oh, man. Tired, guys. We're tired from last night. So yesterday I streamed for almost 4 hours. Too long, I would say. Too long. All right, here we go. We're going to rip this Peyton Pritchard right now. Remember, shoot me a DM if you get it. It is going to... Who's it going to? Hit me, Stephon St. Pierre. Congratulations to We the North. All right, We the North, my Canadian folks. All right, everybody, have a great day. Look at Superluminal says have fun. Oh, it's have fun Saturday. I thought you were saying like today was Saturday, which made me laugh. Like that, I was like, man, you are having a weekend if you thought today was Saturday. But now I get it. You're referencing what I said earlier. So yeah, thank you everybody for being here this morning. We'll be back again tomorrow unless some crazy news drop today. Then who knows? Maybe you'll see me again. But we are out.
Well, the top shot streets are a dangerous place, so you better